Hey guys, it's Joe Blay here from Roy LePage New Concept, and today we have an exciting opportunity to bring to you. I'm standing here with Alan Law from Graywood Developments. Hey Alan, thanks for taking the time.
No problem. Thanks
Appreciate you being here. We are standing here at the corner of Church and Dundas at a new project called Centricity Developments, and we're going to learn all about this new development, what makes it special, where it's located, and all of the nitty-gritty to really give you guys a deep understanding of what is coming here. So let's get started.
Yeah, for sure.
Where are we standing?
Well, we're right here. We're in the corner of Church and Dundas, right in the heart of downtown Toronto. Right?
Beautiful.
You couldn't get more central than this, right? If you go on Google Maps and look up downtown Toronto, the center is going to take you right to Yonge and Dundas Square. We're a 2-minute walk to Yonge and Dundas Square, middle of the city.
Very centrally located, just like the name, Centricity.
Absolutely. So it's the center of everything, right? It's we have a perfect walk, bike, and transit score here. So
Fantastic.
You can get anywhere in the city by those three means.
Really, being in the downtown core, you're connected not only to the greatest transit, greatest restaurants, but, what's right across the street?
Well, right across the street. In fact, we're on campus right here at TMU, or formerly Ryerson. So just outside our doors, there's 46,000 students. They only have 1,700 on-campus beds.
That's crazy. So they definitely need a place to stay, and it's usually more convenient to be closer to school than further away, right?
Right, sometimes.
Now, can you tell us a little bit about the builder? Who's developing this?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, especially in this current market that we're in right now, it's just as important to pick the developer as it is to pick the development, right? Location, number one thing in real estate is always location, but when you're looking at pre-construction real estate, the developer is just as important as location. So we're Graywood Developments. We've actually been in business for nearly 40 years. We've delivered more than 31,000 units.
Wow.
And currently have over 6,000 units in various stages of development.
That's huge.
It's huge. And not many developers out there can say they're doing that. And that's something very important for your purchasers to know, that their money is safe. They're investing with a reputable developer that has a long track record, a long history of delivering exceptional developments. And not only a long history, we're one of the most active developers in the GTA. If you ever come down here, you drive around the downtown core, you're going to see several of our projects under construction. We have Peter and Adelaide taking occupancy later this year, 250 Lawrence up at Lawrence and Avenue Road, Wonders taking occupancy, Scout just started occupancy. So many projects happening right here in downtown. Over at the Distillery, we have the Good, which we just started construction on that. And I guess one more thing to mention too is one of our most notable projects is the Ritz-Carlton. So we're the developers behind the Ritz-Carlton, the global luxury brand.
Absolutely. That's you said it, really nailed it on the nose there. Global luxury brand. You really don't get much more luxury than the Ritz-Carlton, and it's a staple to the downtown core of Toronto. I think you nailed it, right? It's really about developers in this city. We have the largest developer per capita in Canada here, and there's a lot of first-time builders that people really put themselves in risk with when they invest their money. And there's been horror stories over the last few years of people waiting 3, 4, 5 years to find out that the project is now canceled, and they're back to the drawing board with 40-50% depreciation and wondering where to invest.
You've lost all that opportunity cost. Even if you are getting your deposit back, that money could have been growing for you, and you've lost that time that you're never going to get back.
That's absolutely right. So we're a AAA developer, AAA location. Can you tell us a little bit more about this particular building?
Yeah, absolutely. So right here, we're in the northeast corner of Church and Dundas.
Okay.
Right, center of Toronto. We're building 53 stories, total of 594 units. We're going to have 20,000 square feet of amenities, right? That's going to include your fully outfitted gym. We're going to have yoga studio, spin studio, indoor-outdoor fitness area, co-working space, and a really cool feature that we also have is a podcast studio.
Nice.
So it really speaks to the demographic that's going to be here. We're going to have young professionals, you're going to have students, you're going to have medical professionals, all within a few minutes walk. You can actually see right here where we are located in the middle of the city.
Okay.
Within 10, 15 minutes, you can be at the financial district. You can be at Union Station. You can be in the entire hospital network. We're surrounded by higher education. As we talked about earlier, we have Ryerson at your doorstep. U of T is about a 10, 15-minute walk. You have OCAD, you have George Brown. Everything you need is right here.
That's amazing. And, really, over the last few years, we've seen a massive amount of development focused along the Church Street corridor. And a lot of that, of course, has to do with the schools being closed. But, it's really finding those locations in the downtown core that can be developed out and really, elevate the area as a whole so that everybody is interested in it, right? It's not just one specific demographic.
That's great. And it's a location where you're going to have a really broad and diverse tenant base, simply because you're not bound by any one employer or any one institution that would want to be here. Being in the middle of the best healthcare, the best education, the best jobs, you're going to have access to really broad and diverse tenant base.
That's perfect. And I mean, you always circle back to the fact that you have a ton of students here, right?
Absolutely.
It's almost like in a recession-proof investment where, in a good market, students have to go to school and rent. And in a bad market, they still have to go to school and rent, right? So you're always going to have that demographic here, and then having that walking distance to the rest of the city, I think it's fantastic.
We're talking about 160,000 students within a 10-minute walk.
Crazy.
From here, right? And student housing only serves less than 4% of the student population. They got to stay somewhere. And you can see what's happening right here, particularly in this corner. If you guys come down here and take a look, in this corner at Church and Dundas, all the major developers have already invested here. They're already developing here. And for us to unlock this final corner means that growth, that revitalization is going to hit a critical mass. And in the next 3, 4, 5 years, everything's going to change. In fact, we believe in the Yonge Church corridor so much, we actually have a second site that's coming online very shortly, just up the street at Church and Wellesley. We have everything from studios all the way up to 3-bedroom plus den. We have really amazing floor plans, the most efficient floor plans you're going to ever see. We have a perfectly rectangular site. So there's no weird angles, there's no curves. You're not going to get these long bowling alley entrances. There's no pillars, no columns running up your living space.
That's great.
Maximize every square footage. Another great thing about our design is that we don't have any interior bedrooms in the tower. So all the bedrooms in the tower are going to have windows, access to natural light. Even
That's
the 2, 3-bedroom units, all will have windows.
Nowadays, we're seeing, I feel like more than 50% of buildings nowadays are focusing on those interior units. And sure, they serve their purpose in giving you that livable space. But people want to wake up in the morning and look out their window from their bed and actually see something, right?
That's right. So, you got it. And
that's good.
We're kind of lucky in the sense of our location too, where we're kind of in a peninsula. We're surrounded by 3 streets. So we have Church Street just to the west of us, Dundas just to the south, and Dalhousie just to the east, which means you're not going to get another building right up against your window. There's going to be a little bit of space.
Right. And I noticed when we were standing outside, to the east and to the west, they are established buildings already, and they aren't that tall, right? No. You've got a loft, Dalhousie, and then you have an older building right at the corner of Church.
That's right. That's only about 6 stories to the west of us, or 7 stories. Just north of us, it's the TMU Engineering Building. That's only 7 stories. And immediately to the east of us, there's some commercial right there happening right now, but the floor plate of that site is too small for a high-rise. So we're not expecting anything big to come up there.
That's perfect. So really only directly south, there's going to be buildings to the north. So east and west, purely?
East, west, north, you're open, actually.
That's great.
And then it's kind of south where we have another building that's coming up.
Fair. Okay. What type of incentives are you offering right now?
Right now, for our launch incentives, for our VIP partners like Royal LePage New Concept, we're doing a $20,000 discount on 2-bedroom or larger. And we're doing $10,000 discounts on studios up to our 1+ dens. Also, we're doing a really extended deposit structure. This is amazing. It's 5% per year. 5% in 23, 5% in 24, 5% in 25, and then another 5% is going to be at occupancy, which would be in late 2027.
Fantastic. So extended period of time, exactly what people want in today's marketplace, stretching that money as far as you can. And, giving time for completion to come around in several years from now, right? Sorry, what was the occupancy date?
Looking at late 2027.
2027. So that's a lot of time for.
We've got 4 years.
That's great.
We've got about 4 years. And we're also doing a free right to assign. Right? So you have a free assignment as well as your free right to lease during occupancy.
Great. Okay. Not going to be any issue to lease it out.
No, not in a location like this. Exactly. This is, Toronto, we always talk about this. It's always been the blue chip investment in real estate. You're going to have your best tenants here. You're going to have the most stable market right here in the heart of downtown Toronto.
Absolutely. And I mean, the reality that we're seeing over 500,000 people move here year after year. A big chunk of those people are coming here, and we're in a housing shortage as it is, right?
And as a newcomer to a city, to any city, you're going to want to be in the center while you're familiarizing yourself with the neighborhood or with the city itself. You want to be close to the best jobs, best healthcare, and the best education, because that's what you're here for.
For sure.
And then maybe later on you'll decide to move away. But as a newcomer to the city, this is where you're going to be, in the heart of the city.
So Alan, what should people do if they're interested in getting more information and grabbing a piece of this very special project?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you guys want to take advantage of all the platinum incentives, you want to talk to our VIP partners over at Roll a Page New Concept, give Joe a call, and I'll happy to help you out.
Appreciate it. You guys heard it here first. You know, we are very excited to have this new project and fantastic relationship to us available for you to take advantage of. If you are interested in learning more, please feel free to reach out. All of the links will be in the description below. And of course, as always, we want to hear from you. We appreciate your views. So remember to subscribe to this channel, like our video, and your comments are always appreciated. Until next time, see you again.